watch clips of the main parts of the movie on YouTube and read the synopsis and plot on Wikipedia.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't get like a really,
like
a real thorough.
Like I said, it was on HBO Max, but like I said, they kind of locked you out. So
yeah.
And we are live, guys. Welcome to Velocity Entertainment for another Monday night. I'm your host, Kyle Leonard. Every single Monday, we jump around the internet and find movie, video games, TV news that you guys might find fun, bring it to you in a little show, and then we talk about a little movie tournament that we set up every week, too. If you need a reminder, this week, 42 is going up against Tin Cup, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. For now, there is no show without my co-hosts. We have the long hair, don't care, Thug Nasty, dropping them in the dirt, laying down the hurt, the all-knowing, almost Samoan, dishing out crosses, taking no losses, best blue eyes in Sioux Falls, Tanner House.
Mm-hmm. and who else do we have? Wait, just
not
kidding.
Mike.
Just
not
kidding.
Mike.
Because he's so almost married that he
almost married.
So almost married.
Saturday, Mike gets married. So he's not going to be on this week or next week. Rightfully so. We can't really get mad at him for that. But if you do happen...
We can.
I mean, we can.
I'm going to hold it forever.
Saving Silverman's situation.
Right?
But yeah, if you see Mike on social media or in person, congratulate him because, yeah, as of Sunday, he'll be a spoken for gentleman in law. By law. It's a bylaw. But in his stead, we do have a guest, Kirby. So,
what up, Kirby?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Glad to be here. I'm doing great, man.
Good.
He's like had the conversation like I should be on. And I'm like, why? And he's like, do you know how big of a nerd I am? I'm like, yeah,
I'm like the superest.
The superest of the super nerds is what he described himself as. So fair enough.
I mean, I legitimately have, I don't know, close to 3 years logged in time just sitting down in front of the computer before I graduated high school, playing EQ.
Hey, there you go.
Well then.
In the chat, John is just never going to let me live this down. I'm coming to get him tonight.
You can't come get them tonight. We have to beat each other up in the garage.
That's true. Why don't you put him in the back of your van, haul him to Iowa for Mike's wedding, and I'll pick him up there.
There we go. That makes more sense.
How's your guys' week been? Pretty good? Pretty eventful? We qualify for affiliates now. We're not affiliates yet, but we qualify for it, so that's cool. Like 50 followers.
Should just be a simple setup process, isn't it?
Yeah, they send you an email after you qualify or whatever, and then you set up the process after that, but we're just waiting on the email right now because it just happened like yesterday. So
Cool.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who recently followed us. We love it.
Other than that, yeah, good week.
Now, road to partner.
Road to partner.
Hashtag.
That's the one. That's the hard one. All right, so we got a bunch of... I want to talk about the last day of E3 because we didn't get to last time. It's just real quick Nintendo stuff I wanted to talk about. And then there was like a turn-based RPG that you were like freaking out over, right? And I forgot the name of it.
You didn't save it in our chat,
Nope.
so I completely don't know what it is now either.
Sure didn't.
It should be under the Nintendo thing, though.
I looked. It wasn't. So it must have been a different little mini showcase on Tuesday. We'll find it.
A new turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
We'll find it. I promise.
It looked a whole lot like Dragon Age, but like when you went to the battle scenes, it like zoomed in and you went turn-based. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a giant fan of Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10, and that's my stuff. And I was excited, but I sent him the name of it, and neither of us saved it.
Lost it. We will find it someday, I promise. It's not going to be gone forever. Real quick for movies, there's not a lot of movie news. I'll save the last part for our conversational piece, but this is a little older, but I saw it today and I thought it was interesting. So Sony Pictures and Blumhouse are reviving Christine. You ever see Christine?
Oh. Wait a minute. Why do I know that, but I don't know it?
It's the new version of the Stephen King novel that Brian Fuller is writing to direct. Jason Blum is producing for Blumhouse. Vincento Natali and Stephen Hoban are also producing. It's the killer car.
Oh. Why was I thinking you said Stephen King and you said a girl's name? I was thinking of the movie like Carrie.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I got
I
Carrie
mean,
stuck in
Stephen
my head.
King, Carrie, Christine.
I was thinking,
All the same thing.
that was that,
One's a killer car, one's a
isn't
killer
that the
girl. Whatever.
clown in the sewer or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Christine.
I was, because obviously they got to bring the same car back. They're gonna. I read that they're gonna make it like an '80s piece, so that it's like the same era.
So it's
But
like
I'm
a
like-
remake almost?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna remake it, but it's gonna be a period piece, so it's still set in the '80s, kind of like It was
Okay.
remade now, but still,
Yeah.
still in the.
Well, they did that
past.
with, what's that, Chloe, whatever her name is, they did that with Carrie.
Yeah.
Her.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did the same with Gary, and obviously they got to keep the whatever it is, the Plymouth. Like I forget what the car is, but how ballsy would it be if they went with like a Ford Pinto, like completely changed the car?
A DeLorean.
A Pinto would be
I've
funny.
got to get a blind for that.
I don't know if a Pinto is... That's such a shitty car.
Just imagine the outrage. Oh. And then as far as remakes go, another one when Rob Zombie announced last week that he'll be tackling the Munsters in his next film project. The adaptation of the 1960s Creepshow comedy will be for Universal 1440 Entertainment. And NBCU confirmed, which likely means it'll be on Peacock when it comes out.
Just trying to think of somebody giant-headed and block-headed enough to play.
Any Munster?
Is
Or the
Herman.
Herman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Patrick
Rob Zombie
Warburton.
making something not violent,
Reader.
gory, and terrifying.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of like is the most square-headed actor I could think of, and nothing's really.
That's the actor the biggest squarehead I can think of. Him or Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Ron
War.
Perlman. Oh, dude, Ron Perlman.
War never changes.
Ron Perlman movies. What's the dude that played Thanos?
Josh Brolin.
Josh
Josh
Brolin would
Brolin.
probably get away with it too. I could see him doing it.
Squarehead actors. Look at that. We're already
Square-headed
casting,
actors, we got so many of them.
we're
guys.
already casting the monsters. Here we go.
Join us next year when we recast them.
I got one more movie story, but I'll save it for after video games because it rolls right into our conversational piece. So, real quick, like I said, last Monday was E3 was still going on, and Tuesday was the last day, so we didn't really get a chance to like talk about Nintendo stuff. And that's usually like my favorite day of E3. So I did just want to talk about. I got 9 stories that I really, and there were like 20 something announcements. So I don't have everything, obviously. Take forever to go through it all if I did, but. Real quick, the 3 games from the Life is Strange franchise are coming to the Switch soon. Remastered collection of the original games is heading to the console later this year, and Life is Strange True Colors will be coming on September 10th. So I don't know if you guys have ever played Life is Strange.
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
It's a journey.
It's a really...
Is it a turn-based RPG?
It's
Sure, haven't played it.
It's kind of an depressing game.
why is my voice so low? I don't know, Michaela. Let me turn up the mics and see if that helps.
Why am I not seeing...
There, let's see if that works any better.
Why does it say you're playing Apex Legends?
Are we not playing Apex Legends? Come on.
In real life.
Let me see if I can change that quick.
That's a game that almost took me barking.
Really?
Apex Legends? Yeah. It's what's pushing us up to affiliate right now. I've been streaming that just about every night, so
I'll have to make sure that like I get you
I just
guys,
this whole
like-
time assumed that Kyle was really good at this game, and then my little sister was like, "Yo, your homie's trashed this game. Don't add me." And I'm like, "Really, really, little girl?"
I'll have you know that I'm pretty good.
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good, actually. Not super awesome, but better than trash.
Yeah, bro.
So she can like fight me.
She went in on you. She was talking some crap. I'll see her at the barbecue this weekend. I'll give her one.
Please do.
Oh yeah.
I think you guys just need to settle it in the firing range, but
Oh, obviously, yeah. There you go. There we go.
like real men and 12-year-olds.
There we go. Now we're switched to podcasts.
Nice.
Yeah, this mic, I gotta use a separate mic for the video cams and a separate one for the dynamics, and then this one's right in front of my face for the other one, so turn it up a little bit. It sounds okay, so
Yeet.
back to Switch now that I got everything figured out. So number 2, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the ball spinning franchise, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is coming to the Switch on October 5th. Never played monkey ball? No? Oh my gosh, that's my childhood, baby. Whew. It's just, it's
from day 1 and day 2 and day 3 that you would like say the name again. I'd be like, oh. They have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I've been waiting for a new Super Monkey Ball for a while, and I don't know what this.
Tell us what it is.
You're a monkey inside of a ball, and you basically like go down this track, and you're basically like, it's kind of like Temple Run before Temple Run was a thing.
Like Sonic.
It's kind of, but it's more third person behind the back instead of like side scrolling.
Okay.
But it was so much fun. Oh man.
Oh, okay. So, what's his name? Crash Bandicoot in a ball.
Yeah, you kind of exactly. Yeah. Only you're a monkey. And not a bandicoot. But yeah. Fight me.
I've just never heard of it. Like I've just never heard it referred to as like a race before. A bandicoot. Those bandicoots getting in the trash all the time.
Ty Boy is getting married on Saturday, so he's got a busy week. That's why he's not here today, Blake.
Yeah. He will be wearing a tie. I would guarantee it.
Anyway, number 3, Mario Party Superstars is the new title in the series. It'll feature 5 classic boards from the Mario Party franchise.
I love Mario Party.
Plus 100 mini games. The title will also feature online play, so you can play with your friends or strangers online. It's been a while.
Mario Party was fun.
We haven't gotten to Mario Party in a while,
I
man.
Mario Party.
Bro, Mario Party was like it's like the digital Monopoly for a while. Like, that could break friendships real quick.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
Stealing stars and shit. Oh.
Honestly, the worst one I had is like, it was on the 64 when they had Pokemon Stadium and you could do the little mini games with your Pokemon. But you could have 4 people doing it at the same time. And I'm pretty sure I ended a friendship with my friend Jeremiah over that game. Like,
it's almost like
you're never allowed to come over again.
It's almost like we're talking about one game and then you've never played that game, so you brought up a completely different game that you have played.
Finger guns. Because you're right.
You never played Mario Party?
Really?
Well, I know I did play that one.
I was going to say,
because I played at my uncle house.
I have Mario Party like 64 in there, so play it someday.
So damn fun.
So fun, dude.
So damn fun.
But it's like you said, you can kill friendships. Yeah. You like kill them dead.
Heard that.
It's a real quick way to find hate in your heart.
Oh, that but it's more fun than like Monopoly. So it's like,
oh wow, so much more.
So it's like you're hating you're growing to hate your friends, but you're having fun doing it. So it's like,
yeah, everybody's just miserable.
It's wonderful how much I hate you right
now. The legendary Big Bad from Tekken, Kazuya Mishima, is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Big Tekken fans. You ever play Tekken?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It's actually like pretty epic. He comes in and I think he kills.
He kills Ganon or whatever.
Or no, was it Ganon?
He throws everybody off of the side. Eventually.
Fucking Angel Dude. What's his name?
Angel Dude.
I forget too. But no, during the trailer he throws everybody over the side essentially. He even like drops Kirby over the side. Like you sent me that TikTok and you're dropping Kirby and then he like looks over and Kirby like flies up behind him. It's cheesy.
Yeah. I was about to say I heard that.
It's my boy.
He'll be the third fighter from like a separate big fighting game like that because you got Ryu from Street Fighter in it and then you got Terry from what is it, Final Fight Force or something?
Kind of upset. I mean, I really like Eddie Guerrero, so
you gotta have like the notable people in Smash Bros.
That is the notable dude for me.
Aren't they bringing in Sephiroth too or something?
That was last year.
What's that last year?
He's already there. I know that. It was a while.
I feel like I just saw that announcement.
I think it was the Game Awards. Now I'm thinking about it. Back in December or January. I think it was the Game Awards is when he
Maybe
was.
my concept of time is that poor. Thanks a lot, COVID.
Everything just runs together.
Thanks a lot, COVID.
And I watched that. I know it's kind of popular right now, but I watched that Bo Burnham Inside thing on Netflix. Did you watch that yet? He caught the end of it.
I just came in and I'm like, dude, this is real sad.
It's Bo Burnham.
Yeah, Sephiroth was December.
Okay.
Thanks, Michaela.
Thank you.
But, yeah, it starts off kind of funny, and then by the end of it, you're like, okay.
That's what he said. It's like, I got home from work and I like talked to him for a minute, and then he pressed play, and I'm like expecting this to be funny because I've heard about this, and then he just goes, I kind of want to know if anybody's checked on this guy lately. And I was like, that bad, huh? And then I watched and I was like, it is that bad.
Number 5, Nintendo did announce that they are still working on Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4. Believe it when I see it. Well, we didn't see anything new from that, no surprise. We did get the reveal of a stylish return to the series' 2D roots with Metroid Dread, which is coming out on the Switch on October 8th. I'm excited because I love the Metroid franchise, but not what I wanted. Not what I wanted.
No.
Same with the Twilight Princess remake. Don't want it. Don't want it. Want an Ocarina of Time. Like, stop giving me stuff that I'm okay with, but don't want. You know.
I would be very happy.
With Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I'd be very happy.
Oh man, that song, like I just.
Dude, I could you could probably just give me a controller right now and tell me what song to play, and I could probably play with the little yellow buttons in my head right now.
I just had
like,
Navi in my all the time. Hey,
listen. Oh, that's funny. Where am I at here? Number 6, the latest game in the Wild minigame series is coming out with a new entry, WarioWare Get It Together. Now 2 players can go wild in the micro game. Mayhem title comes to the Nintendo Switch on September 10th. I did play this, that's why I threw it in there. I figured maybe somebody else did.
I did not.
But it's a little mini game, but still pretty cool.
Fair enough.
Hyrule Warriors, the first DLC for Age of Calamity, is coming out on June 18th. The update, Pulse of the Ancients, will be joined by another DLC update in November. This game is sick. If you haven't played Hyrule Warriors, play it. Seriously, it's awesome. It's awesome.
On just the Nintendo platform?
Yep.
What's it like? What is the concept?
It's so hard to describe without not doing it justice. It's because I can't even think of the words to describe it. It's like you using music to. I don't even know how to word it. We'll have to watch a trailer because I don't want you to be like, well, that sounds really dumb. I'm
not gonna lie. First, I thought you said Hyrule Warriors, and I was like Hyrule.
That's what I said. Hyrule.
Is it? Oh, so
yeah,
it is a thing.
It's a Zelda. Yeah, it's a Zelda thing.
Yeah.
Because after you started saying they're fighting with music, I'm like,
that's why
we're gonna watch it.
I want to know what the concept.
Okay.
We're gonna watch it because I don't want to it's super hard to explain.
Got it.
But
we'll watch it later.
It's really cool. I promise. More Legend of Zelda stuff for the 35th anniversary. Nintendo announced a new Game & Watch system that comes with a downsized version of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and a Link-centric version of Vermin along with a playable clock. This is what I'm getting. This is what we're wasting money on.
Just one time remake.
They did this with Mario 2. The little Mario clock where you can play like the first one. I'm like, I don't want this. I want you to put some work into remaking Mario 64. How about that? Instead of just copy and pasting it onto the Switch. I hate them. I hate them because they have all of these cool properties and they know that they're not going to give them away and they know that we can't buy them anywhere else. So they're just like, hey, here's the same Pokemon game for 35 years. Suck it up and play it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, because I can't anywhere else. I rant about Nintendo till the end of the day, but I love them to death because it's just such beloved properties.
It's like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it's the same skin over and over again. Port.
Number 9, and then of course the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild takes the story to the skies of Hyrule. Nintendo revealed a short trailer that leaves kind of more questions than it did answers. They didn't really give us many details, but they did say that they're aiming for 2022 on a release. And I'm sitting here like, what do you guys think? It just looked
like a little darkness thing that was going all over the place, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and he's got the cybernetic arm that looks like it has different abilities depending on what it's infused with.
I just for some reason immediately thought of the druid thing from Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm like, oh, we have a darkness thing that's just taking over the world. Is kind of what it looked like, and I was like, okay, you got it.
I see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
It's kind of
no, what do you guys think is the likelihood of this being a 2022 game rather than 2023?
50-50.
Yeah.
It's Yeah.
Because there's all these games that are like, they're pushed back to 2022, but some I don't think are even going to make that. Like God of War, I could see that making 2022.
I don't know. God of War is one that I could see easily being pushed to 2023.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's so much hype about that game being the franchise game that it is, and there's so much that goes into that. The engine alone is intensive.
Well, and they have to nail it too, because everybody's expectations are now
this is
through the roof because of this game.
Sink or swim on this.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Starfield's another example, the new Bethesda game. They're saying 2022 as well, and I'm like,
but Bethesda's one of those companies where it's like they do so much that it's like too big to fail. Almost can do no wrong.
Yeah, they like, and they're noted, and they're famous for putting out those like buggy games.
Yeah, well, just because there's so much shit in them.
Yeah, exactly. Like just packed full of crap, dude.
You got Mass Effect. You've got like the why am I getting like Fallout series, for instance, like
Fallout,
Dragon Age
Skyrim,
series. Their RPGs are they're phenomenal. But yeah, I mean,
they're the king. They're the king of RPGs, but there's just so many things crammed into them, like
Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls.
Like just like they actually took Skyrim and they're like, we're gonna take our engine and make it able to launch you 300 feet into the sky. Our engine's gonna be able to do that just fine. And then they do it, and then like black squigglies are all over the screen, and you're like, what is happening? The game is breaking.
It's not breaking. You just need to leave town and come back. That'll be fine.
Yeah, just fast travel.
Yeah. Everything's good. It's all good.
That's enough from E3. But I do have a couple more stories here. Grand Theft Auto Online will soon be going offline for players on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. They'll officially be shut down on those consoles on December 16th, they announced last Wednesday. No surprise.
About 12 people about to be real pissed off.
12, 13 people about to be heated, man. Heated! All 13 of them watched this podcast, so they're just like, yes, I'm so glad he told us. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
Let's see. Sony is opening up a beta test program for PlayStation 5 system software, the company announced on Thursday. Starting June 17th, that was 4 days ago, PS5 owners can sign up to become an official beta tester for the console's next major system update, set to launch later this year. I didn't do that, but... And a little more Sony stuff.
I think that's actually kind of cool that they're doing that, though.
Yeah,
because the one problem that every major update has is there's never live testing before.
Right.
Like, it's only internal testing, not put out to the public. And that's when you see all those ridiculous bugs and shit like that, and it takes forever to work them out.
And I think honestly, like, so many like games could like don't do it. I know a lot do. Obviously, they do betas. Obviously, it's super popular. But a lot of games that probably should don't. Like for example, Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
probably last year's biggest flop, most anticipated game and biggest flop. Mm-hmm. Could have probably done wonders with being like, hey, this is a beta. This is an imperfect game. We're using you guys to beef it up and make it better.
I mean, Fortnite was a beta for the longest time.
Right. They
literally just recently stripped the game down and actually considered it like a full release game or whatever. They had to like blow up the game or something like that. I don't know. My Fortnite days were long gone by that happened, but they like blew up, like they sent out like nukes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like blew up the game, like the Fortnite universe.
Mm-hmm. I remember they'd done that a couple
times. That was that whole 10 season cycle was like open beta.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man, yeah, because they did like a black hole once too, didn't they? Where they like pulled the whole map in.
That might have been like the actual end all of it. They made a fortune in beta.
Oh, dude. Well, and that's the thing. It's the most popular game like in the world. Right? Like it has been for the last 10 years.
Like Warzone was taking over, wasn't it?
Who?
Warzone.
Warzone's super popular. Yeah, I just don't think. I guess I'd have to look at numbers, but yeah.
I don't know.
Even still, just the way it's not slowed down at all, like in 10 years. Like,
can't believe it's been all this time and Tyson still calls it fork knife.
Fork knife. It's not called fork knife?
Someday.
I'm so happy that he does.
He'll get it together.
I can't stand that.
I'm like, bro, it says it on your shirt. When you learn how to read, you're going to be real pissed off.
Yeah, true. Some more Sony stuff. As expected, Cyberpunk 2077, as I just brought up, has returned to the PlayStation Store more than 6 months after it was removed. The game is returned with a big warning for PlayStation 4 owners, saying users may continue to experience some performance issues with the PlayStation 4 edition. We continue to improve it and make it more stable across all the platforms, CD Projekt Red says. The PlayStation 4 Pro and PlayStation 5 versions obviously are the best version of the game, and they'll provide the best experience on PlayStation. And in addition, CD Projekt Red has rolled out a new patch for Cyberpunk 2077 on Thursday that squashes more bugs, fixes a variety of quest-related issues in the first-person shooter. This game is rough. And now I'm reading today that this new patch that they just put out is causing more problems now. And I'm like, oh goodness, this game just can't catch a break right now. But it is back on the PlayStation Store, which honestly kind of surprises me. I didn't think it'd ever go back.
Live testing is important.
Yeah.
Just like here, Tyson having like a Nerf gun war with himself. I was like, are you
take that fork knife.
Yeah.
This gun is OP.
This gun is OP.
And then my last video game story here for the day, Pokemon Unite, a multiplayer online battle arena style game coming this summer. Pokemon announced last Thursday the game is scheduled to launch on the Switch in July and on mobile platforms in September. Pokemon Company also showed a cinematic trailer. Shows all sorts of different Pokemon, Pikachu, Mr. Mime, Snorlax, and then we get to see some evolutions in it too.
Can you imagine when they have a full MMORPG open world,
I think we talked about that a little last week.
They have a game coming, the Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus is fully open world.
But is it like MMO?
That's what I don't think it's an MMO.
See, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm talking
just
like
meet up with people,
shit, yeah.
do like World of Warcraft quests with your buddies, but like you're catching Pokemon along the way.
I don't want to talk about other movies, but I did just watch like Ready Player One the other day, and it just got me.
Oh man,
my God, I just wish
this were we could do stuff like this. Pokemon Unite will be a free-to-play game. The developers are planning cross-platform play between the Switch and mobile devices. Users will be able to sync progress across platforms. The game takes place on an unexplored ocean island called Eos. Players will have teams of 5 to complete and score more points than their opposing team. In the game, players will be able to evolve their Pokemon with a form of energy called Eos Energy. At the start of each match, your Pokemon will restart to level 1. As you level up during the match, you'll be able to evolve your Pokemon and unlock powerful moves called Unite Move, which sounds just like an ultimate. So, kind of sounds like Rocket League, but with Pokemon. Essentially, and you like level up. I thought that was funny. It's something new, I guess. I don't know.
It's Pokemon. People play
and it's free.
People play it.
It's free. It's Pokemon. People are going to play it no matter what. I'll probably try it.
Yeah,
what if I got to lose?
Yeah, it might be a lot more fun than you think.
Yeah, it really could be. If I'm stinking running around with a Raichu dunking basketballs, because at some point Lucario dunks a ball into the hoop, and I'm like, you can dunk on people?
He just walks past the 10 later. He goes, trash. Shut the TV off.
Oh, and I lied to you. I got one more. Battlefield 2042, in a break from other recent traditions, will do away with the single-player campaign, and there are no plans for any accompanying Battle Royale modes. We talked about this a little last week. I think it'll do well, because Battlefield always does. But I think it's a mistake to not have a story mode and not have any sort of Battle Royale. And also be $70.
The Battle Royale part, definitely, I feel like.
Well, because it's also $70.
Right.
Like, now you're paying $70 for only online. Black Ops 4, I think, did the same thing. But they had a Battle Royale. At least that was a free-to-play mode that you got in addition to your purchase. But this won't have one. So, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a pretty intensive game. They'll probably release a Battle Royale at some point in time, you'd think.
You would think.
They'll focus on the story and the multiplayer in the meantime. Make sure that's...
There is no story, though. It's just only multiplayer.
Not even a campaign.
No campaign at all. That's what I mean. Still full price.
That might as well. That better be a hell of a multiplayer.
For $70,
it better be awesome for $70.
Yeah.
Like, All right. Last movie story. Eragon author Christopher Paolini and fans are bringing the thunder to Disney for a hashtag Eragon remake that is a proper adaptation of Paolini's fantasy novel series based on the novel. Disney Plus 26th Century Fox adapted Eragon, the first book.
Trash.
The Inheritance cycle into a 2006 live-action feature film starring Ed Spearlers, Rachel Weisz, and Jeremy Irons. It grossed $250 million globally from a reported budget of $100 million. However, it didn't take flight. It was trash, dude.
I've been so mad at this for 15 years. like I still have like one of the. I rebought one of the books the other day just so I could read it, and I'm just like, I'm so upset that this never took off like it should have. Like if this had a friggin' what was it, Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings budget, these could have been some of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah, could have been.
Salty. And into our talking point.
Yeah, so we're gonna recast. Say they do make this movie, and they call upon us to decide who should play who in this new Eragon series or movie. And they're like, "Hey, you guys are probably the smartest people on the internet. We need you to give us actors to play in this movie." And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for them. Look at you, Disney. We're gonna do it for you, Disney.
Do it for you.
But I'm gonna let Tanner start off because he's been so excited for this for a while. And this is far from confirmed, but still.
So we're not going to do all 6 at once. Are we going to like?
No, we'll just go
one
through.
at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
Thank goodness.
Should we just start with Eragon?
Sure.
Okay. So, and here's I have 2 people that I got picked for this, and it just depends on what route they go. If they go for like a younger looking dude, then I want it to be Jack Dylan Grazer.
From?
So he's like Shazam's little foster brother in the movie Shazam.
The one with the crutches?
Yeah.
Okay, he's also in It.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
I did not know that. But I was like, man, a couple years from now, like a little bit older version of him, I could see him playing that pretty well.
Okay.
However, if they go for somebody who's already obviously an older person that they're going to try to make look younger, which they seem to do way too much for my liking, William Moseley, who plays High King Peter in Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay.
That's
Fair enough. I like it.
That's kind of my dude right there.
I can't picture the guy right now, but
I can.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
it's been probably 15 years since I watched the.
Any other Narnia movies?
Yeah, any of them. In review.
In review.
All right, you want to go next?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose. Again, star-studded cast, and I gotta go with what I honestly believe to be a generational talent,
Yeah.
Tom Holland, man. Tom Holland.
He was in my head too.
Man.
He was in my head too, but like it's supposed to be like a blonde, blue-eyed kid, and I just for some reason his dark hair kind of threw me off that trail right there. But I was really thinking that, dude. I had that in my head, and I was like, oh.
I like it. Kid can act, dude.
Yeah, he can.
I think Tom Holland's the play.
We watched, what is it, Cherry Boy? Have you watched that one yet?
Cherry and
gosh.
Chaos Walking.
Chaos Walking.
Chaos Walking was
But
awesome.
Cherry, that movie was
You ever seen a
special.
kid
sad,
dance?
Huh?
You ever seen a kid dance?
No.
Oh man.
He's like
There's
a parkour like professional too.
I remember seeing a TikTok where somebody was like, do a backflip right now if you're Spider-Man. He was just like, and just did a backflip. And I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Dude.
Yeah.
Kids good stuff, man.
All right, Kyle.
I also went the older route. I kind of wanted older.
Uh-huh.
I went Taron Egerton.
Okay.
Is it Eragon?
I can get
From
behind that.
Kingsman, Secret Service,
Okay.
or Robin Hood, the Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx.
Yep. Okay.
Or
No, I like that. I didn't think of him at
Elton
all.
John movie.
Didn't think of him at all, but yeah, that's a really good play there. Sandy,
really like
Sandy
him.
blonde dude. I
I really like him, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. So next,
Who's next? Yeah.
Arya.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta go with this.
Arya.
Arya, and I have one person for this, and if you disagree with me, I hate you forever.
Okay.
Alexandra Daddario.
I can't say I disagree. That's not who I have.
That's not who I have either, but she's
I just got her playing a real good looking elf.
she's
dude.
good. She's good.
Yeah, dark haired, really fair skinned. Like I think she makes a great elf. I've also just had a boner for her since Percy Jackson, so she fits that role for me. I think she'd look great next to High King Peter. All right, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Bella Thorne.
Bella Thorne. Who's Bella Thorne? Why do I know that name?
She's in the Babysitters, right?
Yep.
That one.
She's had a few breakout movies.
I just look at her
She's from Disney. Like she got to start up in like earlier kids movies and things like that.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen her in much. Just the 2 Babysitter movies. Because there's the one, and then there's the one where they come back to life.
Okay. No, she definitely has the facial features for it. Sharp, angular.
And the sharp eyes, yeah.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see it. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
And she's a great actor. If you if you watch the Babysitter movies and everything, like she's
okay. I'm into it.
Fair enough. I went with Kristen Milotti, which is the girl from Palm Springs.
Wait a minute.
Cute girl with Andy Samberg with the big pretty eyes.
We watched that together. Why can't I
did.
think of her? Was her
I
name?
love her to death. Kristen Milotti.
You said it's from Palm Springs?
Palm Springs, yeah.
With Andy Samberg?
Which is a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good.
We got taken off guard by that. We were like, we did not expect it to be this good.
I searched the city in California.
Same. I literally did the exact same thing to Sean. I'm like, crap, why did I do that?
95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, it was a
really, really good
you
movie.
know what has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Not Eragon.
Ash vs. Evil Dead. Did not realize that. Who would have guessed?
Not bad. What? Yeah, I was actually reading about this. Eragon got a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
15%.
Yeah.
I like Kristen.
I like her. Yeah. No, I'm definitely.
What else is she in that I know her from?
I'm about to look right now.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yep. And The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
Okay. So then next we got to go with Brahm. And I'm definitely going a little too way too star-studded and high budget for my version of Brahm. But I'm just thinking like an older kind of teacher dude here, and I think this dude about the age that he's at right now fits it perfectly, and it's Bradley Cooper.
I kind of like that. I like that pick.
If you go with the younger guy, yeah. If you go with the older guy, they're like the same age.
If put a little pepper in his beard, he'd play that part.
I like Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like him as Brahm, yeah. And the thing, too, is in the books, these guys are supposed to be, like, really good-looking, handsome, like, knight-looking dudes. Even Galbatorix. So when they had John Malkovich playing Galbatorix in the last one, I was like, fucking you. These dudes are supposed to be, like, long-haired, like, aesthetic-looking knight dudes. And I'm like, Malkovich, that's who...
You gotta understand the standard for beauty back then was much different than what it is now.
Well, yeah, but then you think about it.
The human race has only become increasingly beautiful.
Murtagh is supposed to be Galbatorix's son, and then you just look at John Malkovich, and then you look at the dude they had play him, and I'm just like, ugh.
I'm just saying, Liv Tyler played...
Well, I mean, at the time, I enjoyed it. But yeah,
sorry, I can't even finish. That's so mean.
Who you got for Brown?
Liam Neeson, man. Like,
that would be really good.
That would be, yeah.
That would be really good.
That would be. Well, and so, like, I had seen somebody else on a different site or different page that I followed that was kind of making pictures of these, and they literally were just like, take the same dude from the old movie. He was not what was wrong with that movie. So they were like, take him again. I can't remember his name, but...
What's his name? Is it Jeremy Irons, right?
I don't know.
Ooh, Jeremy Irons.
It could be.
If it wasn't Jeremy Irons, he would be good.
He looks like what's his name from that Kingdom show that I watch.
I think it is Jeremy Irons.
Maybe.
That's fine.
Are you looking it up right now?
Right
okay.
It's Jeremy Irons. Yeah, it's Jeremy.
I was gonna say if it wasn't Jeremy Irons, it should be.
No. Because somebody else, like they had all their picks and they kept him, and they were like, this dude was not what was wrong with that movie. He would still play that role. Excellent.
Fair enough.
All right.
So mine, I like Tom Hiddleston. Mm-hmm. I like Tom Hiddleston for him.
Okay.
Kind of the same thing though. Age him up a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I think, dude. If you throw a little salt and pepper on Bradley Cooper, I think he makes a good like teacher, father figure looking dude. But yeah, I can see that one too. I'm with it, especially the.
I could see Bradley Cooper as like Murtaugh or something in the movie, but
Murtaugh's supposed to be like the same age though. Like
yeah,
Murtaugh's
younger.
Like, yeah, but if you go with your older guy,
3 years older.
Even then, it looks like a 10 to 15 year difference. Okay.
Fair enough.
Where are we at next? Oh, Murtaugh. Oh, this one, and I am sold on this one. You cannot mess this one up for me. Ben Barnes, and it's the dude who played Caspian in Prince Caspian.
Yeah.
I've got him as Murtagh.
You didn't want to go younger?
No. Especially if I do, because I was thinking, and in my head too, I was like, man, I can't really take two dudes from freaking Narnia and make them brothers in another movie. But I feel like that's because he's supposed to be like the darker looking, older version of Eragon. I was like, man, if I put High King Peter and this guy together, I'm like, yeah, I like that combo. I think it'd be good.
Fair enough, I agree. I like it.
That's my. I would take what's his name from the last movie because I love him so much in Friday Night Lights, but I'm not going to do that.
I'm trying to think of who he played in Friday Night Lights.
The dude from the last movie?
Yeah.
It was Don Billingsley. The dude whose like dad like duct taped the ball to his arm. Yeah. He played Murtagh
in the movie.
In Eragon.
I was thinking in the series or
Oh
something.
no, not the series. You guys watched the series?
Friday Night Lights?
Oh,
it's phenomenal.
Is it really?
I loved it.
Mike says it's really good too. I haven't watched it yet myself.
I'm such a big fan of the movie.
Clear eyes, full hearts can't lose, bro.
You're quoting the show on me. Okay, now I gotta watch it. Alright, who's your Murtagh?
Ezra Miller from The Flash. He's the new Flash.
Oh,
he's a good actor too.
Okay.
He's a good actor too, for sure.
I just can't see him as anything other than
See,
the Flash.
I didn't go with like all like aesthetic beauty, like per se, because I don't envision a.
It's not that I was going with that. It's just I was trying to go by like book description, kind of.
Yeah,
and that was the closest I get like book description. But he's similar.
I mean,
they look similar.
He's not. I don't think he's an ugly guy.
No.
He's
supposed to be handsome, and he is.
But Ezra Miller, yeah, I think he's a great actor, and I think he's got kind of like the right energy for Murtagh and everything. So kind of the right look.
I'm not mad at it.
We're just real glitchy. I didn't restart the computers, and I should have. Oh well. Josh Hutcherson from Hunger Games.
I was gonna say I can't think of that name, but
is that the
He's
dude?
PETA and
PETA. Okay.
PETA in the Hunger Games.
Okay.
He's also in Future Man.
Yeah, trust me, I remember that one. Yeah, I like it.
I could see that. Yeah.
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, yeah,
it's a good.
It's not bad.
He's
at all.
good. I feel like.
Yeah, that's
He's
not
good
bad.
Eragon too, though. Man, keep him with what I got.
You know who played a real good Eragon if they were a couple years younger? Conor McGregor. All right, Durza. So this one was gonna be fun for me.
Oh,
Durza's the
this
shade.
might be
He's
my
obviously
favorite
like a just creepy looking dude.
This might be my
So
favorite page.
and I got two people for this because I got one dude that I think would play the role really well, and then I got another dude that I think would just look the role really well. So for the dude that would play it really well, I got Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay.
And then the dude that would just look it is Bill Skarsgård, the dude that played it.
Yeah, I like the Benedict Cumberbatch.
I like that. I think he plays that good.
I don't know, man.
But then the Skarsgård dude for just the creepy look of what a shade would be. I like that.
It's so hard for Benedict Cumberbatch is such a symmetrical person. How do you make him ugly?
It's like you just have to just make it like so much pastier and then like veiny in the face, and you have to give him red hair. Which, gosh, I don't know if I want to see Benedict Cumberbatch with red hair.
I don't know if I want to see him in any way.
But I've already seen
Dr.
Skarsgård with some red hair in it, so I think I can handle that.
Fair enough.
Plus, that's just a creepy looking dude. So, and I'd he gets stabbed and he like dies and he can do that like cross-eyed creepy thing he does in it. That would be nice. All
right. So again, this was my favorite pick because of who I picked for it, and I know you're gonna be fucking pissed about Gal. No, I know you're gonna be pissed about Galbauer. Galbauer. But like this one, David Tennant, dude. Especially after the way he played Crowley in fucking Good Omens.
Ooh, or even
David Tennant from
for Galbatorix?
No, for
Durza. And what is he playing?
He's Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah.
He's probably in Jessica
the
Jones.
Most popular Doctor Who.
Say his name one more time.
David Tennant.
He's in Harry Potter.
If you ever watch him play, watch Good Omens, man,
okay.
he's a phenomenal actor. He's got, I feel like, the only thing about it is...
Yes, and as soon as I saw his face, the first thing I thought of was Jessica Jones, too.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I could see that, yeah. No,
I think he's, a perfect... And in Good Omens, he's got, kind of, reddish hair and everything. He's, demon eyes and shit. I would
even bring the same dude back because I first saw him in Eragon.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw him again in that, Once Upon a Time.
He plays it really, really well.
And he does, dude. He plays it because he plays, Rumpelstiltskin in the other in Once Upon a Time or whatever, and he was super creepy in that one too. So, you could almost bring that dude back
He's
too.
got the creep factor. So yeah, David Tennant.
That's what I feel bad saying. I was like, oh, did we just talk about all these dudes as creepy looking, and we're not wrong.
I don't think David Tennant's creepy. I just think he is a phenomenal actor. Like
he's an amazing actor.
His range and his sci-fi experience, like it's just his off the cuff kind of stuff. And I think
I finished that season of the Doctor Who. I had to take a break. I was like, okay, David Tennant's gone.
Yeah, nothing can.
Like I finished it. I came back because it's too good to not come back. But I had to take a break. I was like, oof. Like I took a break when he lost Rose. I was like, okay, take a little break. I really liked Rose and him.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah, Rose.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Doctor
I haven't seen a single episode. Thanks, guys.
Doctor Who's like 30 years old.
It's so
really?
old. Yeah, there's like 16 seasons.
Yeah.
Jeez,
well, and then it splits down the middle too, like the really old ones, and then like the new 10 and up, I believe. So
they just had their first female Doctor.
Yeah, I haven't watched that season. I kind of fell off after.
They cast the right person, I believe, for it too. And wasn't it the woman who played Gabriel and Constantine or whatever?
Oh. Yes, it was. She's also in.
Yeah, she was.
She's also in something else. She's in a couple.
She's in quite a few things, dude. She's. I want to say, isn't she in Benjamin Button too? Or am I? No, I'm thinking of what's her name.
I think she narrates it. She's a narrator.
Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me.
My Durza. And I don't want nobody getting mad at me, but I really love this dude. This dude can act, and you guys might not think it, but you gotta watch Spartacus, Blood and Sand. John Hannah from the Mummy. From the Mummy.
Who does he play in Spartacus, Blood and Sand?
Body artist, the owner of the Gladiators.
Who does he play in the Mummy?
I forget his name. He's the dude.
Body artist. Okay, wait. We're talking about like.
Oh, by the way, the chick that we were just talking about, she's in Doctor Strange too. She's the bald chick in Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Tilda Swinton?
Yeah.
She's not, is it?
Yeah, she is. I just pulled her up.
Is that Tilda Swinton? Yeah. I guess, it would be.
She's in Constantine, Doctor Strange, and a couple other things.
Yeah, I love Tilda.
And then give me that dude's name one more time so I'm just checking them up.
John Hannah.
Okay, so...
You'll know him right when you see him. He's like the wimpy dude in the Mummy.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Oh, okay, so we're talking... I know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking... Okay, so no,
it's the chick's nerdy wimp brother.
He just says, yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, right.
I was thinking Blood and Sand, and I know that the first season is all that before he
try to picture him in like kind of like powdered white face makeup and red hair. That does make him look really creepy.
God, he's so Weasley.
He's such a good actor too, man.
Weasley is a good word to describe him. You're not right.
Weasley's, yeah. So that's who I gotta pick for
okay.
My Durza.
I think that's a solid one. I think these are all really solid picks so far.
I think so. So far, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
All right, so last but not least, well, and we're going to do Saphira too. But for Gabatorix, I've got Bill Skarsgård's brother, Alexander Skarsgård.
You got such a hard on for that dude. It's ridiculous.
Dude, but I mean, if we're looking for like a handsome knight, but also like an evil looking dude, the way he played Eric Northman in The Vampire Diaries, and he was like the evil vampire, I was like, oh, he could absolutely kill this. Plus, 6'3" dude with a sword. They had him playing a Viking in one season of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm all about this, dude.
There, I fixed it.
Just him on a black dragon.
I fixed it. I took away the frames. The frames were slowing us down a lot. I had like animated frames.
Oh yeah, those will kill you, dude. Yeah. You gotta have a higher end unit for that kind of.
Yeah.
Anything animated, even with a higher end desktop PC, can be rough. Hate it.
All right, who you got? You say you're gonna make him mad.
I'm going with the same actor in 2006, John Malkovich.
Why would you
John Malkovich? Don't fucking replace John Malkovich. It's John Malkovich. They literally made a movie about being John.
I'm gonna turn some heads here.
I think he's so evil. He's so good at playing the villain. He's so good at playing the villain.
And it also just upset me that you see him for 3 seconds in the movie, and all he does is turn around with a sword and cut a thing, and there's a dragon behind it. Why do you keep your dragon behind a curtain, bro?
Yeah.
Fucking rude. Maybe that's why I don't like him.
I picked a pretty different one.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go kind of way left and not be like, oh, angry old white dude.
Angry old white.
Idris Elba.
Oh. And there are black people in this universe, obviously. We saw that from, what is it? demon Hushmana, whatever he played.
You ever see The Dark Tower, man? He's gritty, and he's not the bad guy, obviously, but he's gritty, and he's
Black Superman.
He's Black Superman, dude. I feel like he can crush that role, dude.
Yeah,
I think
crush it.
I think you're.
I love he's so good.
He's one of my favorites all time.
I love
everything he does is phenomenal.
Yeah, except for things that he does in Tyler Perry movies, but we're gonna go past that.
Blake agrees with you on keeping John Malkovich, Cyrus the Virus.
You, Blake. Really keep John? You guys are terrible. All right, so
I'm sorry, man.
Voice of Saphira.
Let's see what you got.
I feel like I don't know why I have a feeling that we all might be in the same thing here, but I got Cate Blanchett.
I think I need an older voice.
I got two
I'm
picks.
thinking Meryl Streep.
Meryl
Streep, really?
Yeah. Okay. Meryl Streep's a phenomenal voice actor, and it's Meryl Streep, and Saphira's supposed to be like wise, like experienced, old.
The immediate thing that I thought of was just like the intro of like the Fellowship of the Ring when she's just like win the rings and like she does that thing. I was like, that would be that voice just made me think Saphira in my head. And I don't know why.
No,
that's what sold me on it. I didn't even think of that.
Who did you say?
Cate Blanchett. She plays
Yeah, you know what? I actually just invented. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, I think that would actually be a really good one too.
I think really good.
I actually think I like that more than I like Meryl Streep. Yeah.
So I got two, and they're both a little younger. One I'll just throw out because
Miley Cyrus.
Please, God, that's all I want. I put Scarlett Johansson. She did phenomenal as Kai in the Jungle Book.
Okay.
That was a little softer, a little creepier, but she did really well, and I really like her voice. She's also in Her, plays the AI in Her.
Okay.
She's got a really nice, just voice acting, soft voice.
Everything else.
And then I love her voice to death. Daisy Ridley.
Who's Daisy Ridley?
From Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Rey.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
She's got such a pretty voice, dude. I think she'd crush it.
Fair.
Such a pretty voice.
Such a pretty voice, dude.
This little pretty English voice.
Yeah. Yeah,
it is.
Guys, if we had a couple $1 billion, I think we got ourselves a freaking movie here. We would have to go around and make votes and make final picks on these, but I think we got this pretty well handled.
We about to top Pirates of the Caribbean as the most expensive movie ever made at the time.
Yeah, I really would. Did it get surpassed by Avatar or something?
Avatar or Endgame or something.
It was probably Avatar.
There's nothing more that Endgame had to have been the most.
Well, yeah, but I think it was that one, and then later it became Avatar, and then recently it was Endgame. Right. Took over again. Yeah.
Endgame. Well, I think Infinity and Endgame both
they probably both did. They probably both did.
I mean, think about the cast in those movies.
It's literally it's nobody but famous people.
It is Hollywood. It's
the least famous person in that movie is the girl that plays Mantis.
And could you just imagine looking at all the actors and be like, all right, somebody's got to take a pay cut if we're going to afford to have everybody back on. All these Hollywood actors going.
They all look at Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
You got enough from this.
Yeah. You got that WWE money.
I feel like with the Marvel movies, they were just on set one day and they're just an announcement all over over all the PAs and they're like, we're making a new movie, everyone in Hollywood's invited, and then they're like,
and then they had a party and just got wasted together and made decisions.
Except for you DC fucks.
Everybody but Ben Affleck.
Anybody no, but Ben Affleck and band.
Ben Affleck.
It's like everybody who's coming to the Marvel party, raise your hand. Put your hand down, Henry Cavill.
Oh, what's it? Isn't it in Ragnarok? Isn't Matt Damon in there? It's like, Matt Damon, you can come, but you get a 2-second role as an actor in the movie.
He's coming back for the fourth one. He's coming back for the next one. So
that's awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Matt
Damon! We just did that. Just made that same joke last week from Team America. Matt Damon! Oh, God, so funny. All right, boys. I think we're up to the tournament now, right?
Yes, sir.
Mike didn't give me a vote, but he ain't here anyway, so he don't get a vote. What up? This week we got Tin Cup versus 42.
42.
Let me pull out my doc again, because I was looking at the Eragon cast. I was looking at the Eragon.
My vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
camera.
I don't think we'll get shut off on Facebook for that, as long as it's not like cocaine.
They make cocaine. They make cocaine vapes.
No disclosure needed. Wait, cocaine vapes?
Wait, cocaine? That's all we're taking from this whole podcast.
No disclosure needed.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm interested. I'm not saying I'm not.
So yeah, somebody else has to start with Tin Cup because, like I said, I'm only kind of plot and like 6 clips on YouTube into it.
Bro, you haven't seen Tim. Like, it's a Kevin Costner film. How have you not seen it?
I couldn't find it anywhere, dude.
Kid.
I just couldn't find it anywhere either, dude.
It's like Kevin Costner at his most Kevin Costner, too, dude.
Yeah, he's super eccentric in this movie.
Yeah.
He gets to...
Well, because too, and what was weird is when I looked it up, I'm looking up sports movies, right? And it comes up as a romantic comedy, and I'm like, okay.
It's very Field of Dreams golf version. Honestly.
Yeah.
Golf version
almost. That's a real good way of describing it. So, we got this golf pro who teaches class at a driving range.
It's his driving range.
It is his driving range for a little bit. Eventually, he sells it to the stripper or whatever to settle their debt. But he ends up teaching this one doctor shrink lady. Starts to like her. Realizes she's dating like some douchebag guy.
David
something.
Yeah, David Sims. Yeah.
Notes.
He took notes.
I love it.
David Sims. Yeah.
If you got the notes, you got to fill me in as I go.
I told you.
He sent me a picture the other day. On the top part of the page is like stuff for work at his car dealership, and at the bottom is all the stuff he's doing today. Like on one page.
I'm working like 7 deals while simultaneously taking 14 certification courses and doing.
You gotta come on for a movie and review one of these days because I sit there and I type out the whole synopsis of the movie like in my own words. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh man.
Goodness.
Not today's been fun. Yeah. All I got is I just got names. I just made sure I wrote down the names. Everything else is up.
Fair enough. So he decides to qualify for the U.S. Open in golf, competing against David Sims.
Mm-hmm. He likes his girl.
He starts it off to impress the girl, but he's got a bit of a temper, so he
she's his therapist.
Cheech in this movie.
Cheech is his caddy. Yeah, I saw that one.
And he plays a serious role. Like he's like,
which is
he does good.
Yeah, he does.
I've seen him in more than one serious role, and I'm like, I don't always just think of him as Cheech because I've seen him in some other stuff. So.
I usually either think of him as Cheech or the Chihuahua and Oliver and Company.
So. Yeah, I remember that. I remember how excited we were when we watched that movie.
Or it's the Chihuahua and Oliver and Company because he pops up twice in
there. Yeah, because we remember making fun of him. We were like, this movie's racist. They would have him do that.
Chihuahua.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Qualifies for the Open, gets into the Open. He's good. He's real good. He just kind of has a bit of a temper problem and a prove yourself problem. So we get to the 18th hole 3 times in a row. He fails the long drive.
Yeah, he's shooting into the
water every time. He's like, gosh, I know I can make that shot. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm sure we won't get to see it at the end.
That's 7-iron.
Yeah, we get some cool stuff. The lady eventually sees how kind of much of a douche Sims is.
Yeah.
And then they break up. She's hooking up with Kevin Costner now because, it's Kevin Costner.
Speculatively. You never see it actually happen until the end.
Yeah. You just see some legs in the blanket. Yeah. And
it's her body.
I didn't like the begging that he does in this movie where he's like, come on, just dump him. He sucks. He sucks and date me instead. Just dump him, please. I hate that. I didn't like that at all. But eventually puts up some seriously awesome numbers in the Open, in the final round of the Open, and then he gets to that same hole where he sunk it. Goes for it. She tells him to go for it. He gets it on the green and rolls back from the green into the water. And he's like, give me another ball. And he does this 12 times, right?
Up to potential disqualification.
He
does
last
ball.
ball.
The 12th is his last time. If he doesn't
Right.
get it over, if it goes in the water, he's
disqualified. Sucker gets it, though, on the last one.
And he hits it.
And
it goes
aces it, dude.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. He obviously, tanks the game. Completely goes dead last place and throws it away.
For the next year because of
But he qualifies.
Yeah, because he gets automatic qualification next year. That's what I saw that part.
That's dope.
He's a psychopath in the movie. I'm sorry, but
dude, he's a psycho.
Scenes The scene breaks an entire bag of clubs. Every single one. It's the 7-iron scene.
Plays the rest of the game with a 7-iron. Yeah, I'm like
only a 7-iron for driving, for like chipping, for putting, everything. Because he breaks every.
I've never golfed, but that sounds.
Well, in Kevin Costner's words, he didn't break them all. Cheech broke 2 of them.
Yeah.
Cheech broke 2 of them. Okay.
Because he breaks the first 2, and then he's like, oh, okay. Well, probably don't want to use this one either. Well, this one's probably useless. Can't use the putter. Snaps them all in half, and he's like, I never mess with the 7-iron. And plays the rest of the game. I'm like, yeah, psychopath.
Dominates.
Goodness.
But yeah, it is. I mean, if you saw that shit today, it should go viral so fast.
Like, get that guy out of here before he comes back here with an Uzi.
Man, he just hit 50 million likes on TikTok. It's been up for 40 hours.
Viral.
Yeah.
You can do 42 if you want. I don't know how much you like Chadwick.
I love Chadwick.
Oh, man.
Today was the first time I've seen it, I want to say, since it came out, so it was almost like watching it for the first time again.
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. That's my
I'm going to try and not let that drive my decision, but gosh, I love him.
I mean, yeah, it's almost like you almost can't put him in these runnings because it's just kind of unfair. And I'm sorry, but this movie, it's...
Yeah.
This performance, I'm like, he'll always be known as Black Panther, but I think this is probably his best performance.
I liked him in 9 Bridges.
12 Bridges.
12.
And
I say it wrong every time. You always correct me.
I don't hate him in that movie. I don't think it's his best. This is his best, I think. In my opinion.
Actually, no,
I haven't seen the one where he's...
That's not the one I'm thinking of. Letter to the King.
I haven't seen that one.
That's a good one. I don't think it's his
He's
best.
like got like a sister in like Africa, and he goes back to find out who kills her.
Sorry.
And,
No, you're fine.
Like goes to find her like murder or whatever. But yeah, he's some kind of like royalty or something like that, and goes back to find out who murdered his sister in their little town, like Cape Town, Africa, or something like that.
Right.
I like that one. That was better than 12.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I do think 42 is...
So, whole lot of racisms in this movie.
Lots coming back from World War II.
Yeah, you can tell by the time frame, but yeah, it's basically, it kind of follows him. He's on the Monarchs when he first starts, and he gets recognized, and this guy basically, which, it's Harrison Ford, so it's hard to be mad at him, because he's Harrison Ford.
But he's also talking like
But he literally
the Mandarin from Iron Man 3. And you'll never see me coming.
I just hated that he was just like, hey, think about this. If we sign a Negro player, and we get the Negro fans, it doubles our ticket sales. And I'm like, you're right. I don't like you for saying it, but you're right.
He's out of line, but he's right.
He's right, yeah. Like, well, in the end, it ended up being a historic thing, and it worked out. So yeah, a whole lot of things ensue during the movie with like Steve the Pirate saying the N-word about 70 times in one game.
Alan Tudyk.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I don't care. He's Steve the Pirate to me.
that guy is an actor too.
He is.
I love
he
him.
is. So what else did I recently see him?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Yes, I did.
My favorite comedy movie ever.
Invite this girl for a date to watch a movie. He's like, you guys have never seen it? We should watch it. So we did. She never called me back.
Okay, you make it sound like it's all me.
I'm just kidding.
It's like
This got really depressing really fast.
It did.
he blames it on me. I'm like, I didn't even offer to watch the movie. I gave
both
them the
enjoyed it.
suggestion, and then they're like, "You want to watch it or what?" I'm like, "I guess."
We both enjoyed it.
I thought you guys were...
And I still talk.
Anyway, Alan Tudyk, racial slurs get in his head.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And then, let's see, where do we go from here? He, finally, well, this is after he had already officially gotten signed by the Dodgers. They basically gave him like a trial run for other teams. Were like, you have to keep your cool, otherwise we're not going to sign you. Then they did. And then like other teams would call and be like, hey, can't bring your boy to the next game, otherwise we're not going to play. And he'd be like, fine, don't play, forfeit, but we're coming. And
That was Philly.
Yep. And then they made it to the pennant. And the dude that kept throwing the ball at his head earlier in the movie finally gave him a good one, and he hits the home run and wins the game. And
I just want to talk about like the Philly game when Alan Tudyk is screaming the slurs at him, and he like goes into the hallway.
That hallway,
and loses his cool, dude. Oh, such
He
good
snaps
acting.
the bat.
yeah, smashes that thing.
He's like, I can't go back out there. I'm gonna bust his head in, dude. And he's like, you can't, because it's so good.
Yeah.
Like him and Harrison Ford in that.
Well, it just made me mad too. Like they're doing like interviews after the game, and Alan Tudyk is his name.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it's it's the same thing. There's a Jewish guy that plays in this team, and we always call him Kike, and it's just part of the game. And afterwards, we're friends again. And I'm like, No. Not the way you just did things.
No.
Yeah.
But that was honestly the ignorance back then.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
was
Well,
how
and then,
extreme it was.
he's staying at a place, getting ready to go to practice, spending the night somewhere, and this dude comes up his car and he's like, hey, there's more of me coming. If he doesn't leave, we're going to fuck him up. And they call Harrison Ford. He's like, get him out of there. Send him to Florida right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sad for the time period. But all in all, it was almost less of a feel-good movie that I remember like from the first time I watched it, and more of just like, nah, this sucks. Why do they have to do sad racism things?
Well, I mean, remember the Titans. There's not as much like racism, like raw racism in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they fucking kill people at the end of it. Basically, like they depress, like all the feel good from the movie, they kill at the end. They're like, hey, by the way, this is where people aren't anymore. They died. Like remember the guy that got his entire life and career, like promising football career, crushed in an accident. He died recently.
He went to the Olympics, but then died in another car accident. I'm like, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Gary Bertie.
Did you have to share that?
It's like, what is it?
It's like,
like there was a TikTok trend for a while where it was like endings of black sports movies, and it would be like, he went on to go to college and go to the NBA. This one went back to his old gang and died. And it was like a TikTok trend. And like people were making fun of it, and I'm like, dude, that's literally Remember the Titans, except like they just told us how everybody died.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like exciting.
No. Really anticlimactic, actually.
Right.
I saw that as a child.
Well, now that we kind of got the synopsis of the movies out of the way,
Soundtrack, but
neither of them really have an actual
42 is going to have a way better soundtrack.
just because of the old 40s music, I think.
It's a 90s movie versus like
2013?
2013?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at the soundtrack right here. I mean, it's got,
I don't have that in my notes, by the way. I just guessed it.
Yeah, I usually have to Google them because unless they're like big songs. But there's things like Roy Brown songs and Irving Mills, like old 40s and 50s, artists.
No, I'm sure Tin Cup's got a pretty decent. But I mean,
But
42 was a pretty well budgeted film too.
That's what I mean. That's the one I'm reading is 42. Yeah, the old, like the old timey Rat Pack music and stuff.
Old-timey.
Take Me Out to the Ball Games in it, and obviously Start Spangled Banner.
Did Kevin Costner ever really make I don't think there's ever really been like really great movies that are made like with Kevin Costner in them. He makes them great. I feel like the plot lines are really. I'm sorry, but Field of Dreams.
Make anything great.
Field of Dreams it really draws out. It's really hard to like get into that movie if you don't like really pay attention to what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Because it but then you get to the end and you're like, oh my god. It was a phenomenal movie. It's like
Is that in our tournament?
What? Yeah.
It is?
Field of Dreams pops up.
I'm excited because I've actually never seen that.
It's like because you don't expect the ending.
No, you really don't. I'm excited. Now I'm excited to watch it with you since you haven't seen it. That's actually kind of exciting.
So I won't ruin anything, but it is one that it is phenomenal, but you've got to be prepared to really like take it seriously.
Yeah, get in there and watch it. Number 3, main character enjoyment / growth. I think we've already said that Kevin Costner's
like a psycho through the whole movie. Okay. And you got to see,
I think I enjoy Kevin Costner more because he's like fun to watch, and quirky and exciting. But like the growth,
the
growth,
that's,
and like
that's
the
42, that's 100% 42
from him. Yeah, just kind of learning to control his temper from the beginning to even in the middle. It was mostly,
but like a miss actual like Kevin Costner has no reason to be a psychopath.
Right, he's just out there being Kevin Costner, which is
so. You're saying at the end he hit the ball in the water 12 times? Yeah, sounds like growth.
And honestly, that's the thing. He didn't grow at all.
Yeah.
Like that's like what he did there was like the reason he was retired and working because he always went for the show, the showmanship shot instead of the layup or the safe shot.
But did I quote originated? But did I make it in? But did I get it over?
But did I get it over?
Okay.
Motivation. The character's motivation.
I feel like this is
it.
This is kind of like I think both of these motivation ones go 42 without it.
Yeah.
I think the context of which is like Tin Cup is a little less serious.
Mm-hmm.
The racism in 42 makes it such a serious.
Well, and also I'm not gonna say it's not fair, But I feel like one of these was a little more of a comedic thing, and the other one is a serious like inspirational movie. You know, so it's kind of hard in some of these categories. It's hard to judge that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because character motivations in 42, you know, they win out because it's about, you know, proving that you can do something just as well as any other race. You know, we're all the if you got it, you got it. You know?
But I mean, the persistence and drive, I kind of see it being somewhat similar in the sense that, I mean, the guy in Tin Cup, I mean, he pursues two different things simultaneously, gets them both, I mean, and it's not as comedic as Happy Madison, per se.
Yeah.
It's not like the dude's running up and driving.
But man, I wish that was in this tournament.
It could be.
So
you say the word.
I feel like, I don't know, like, yeah, the character progression I think is tough simply just because of what Chadwick Boseman has to experience. But outside of that, in raw terms of character growth, I mean, there's a lot in both films.
Also, what he had to endure as an actor, because that dude is a straight-up British accent, and he talks like he's from the South, like, through half the movie. And I'm like, kudos, dude. Like, good job.
Do the heroes win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, he doesn't win in Tin Cup. I would say,
he gets an invite back.
He gets an invite back.
Technically, he doesn't win that year. I mean, he loses a series because they do lose a series.
Yeah, big time. Like,
but they don't show that in the movie.
But they win the pen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
is good.
Which is okay.
Which is good.
It's like winning. It's like winning the.
But again, it's like you're winning the game in 42, yes, but you're also winning. Like when white people come up to you and you're like, you know, I'm pulling for you, man. Like, that's also that's a different level of winning.
The scene with Pee Wee at the end.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
man,
when he like puts his arm around. Oh my gosh, dude.
Ever since I had my kids,
so
dude,
good.
I just love the dude that gets traded to Pittsburgh, and then like they win the game and he just looks so mad, and I'm like, yeah, that's what you get. You could have been on that team, but you're racist.
Pittsburgh, man.
So, maybe tomorrow we'll all wear 42.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That was so good, dude. That way they won't be able to tell us apart.
Yeah.
Oh, I got chills just saying that, dude. But when the kid yells the slur in the stands because his dad is screaming it, that broke my heart, dude.
Oh, I know.
Like in the part when his dad's like screaming, "We don't want you here, N-word," and then the kid says it, and I'm like, oh, dude,
that dude
breaks
though.
my heart.
No, that dude, like, just... Dude, the only other time I've heard the N-word used that many times in like a 10-minute span was in Django Unchained. I was like,
we should count because Alan Tudyk might have broken that right there. I don't know.
He did. He made a song out of it.
Yeah, dude.
He literally just made a song.
And
the song only had one word in it. It was bad.
It's bad. It's real bad.
I did not like it at all.
That's where
I really like also when the other dude from his team went up to him and was just like, "Stop." Like, he might not be able to beat you up, but I will.
He's like, he can't fight back. Like, it's not
right.
You know, he can't.
I like that.
It's good, man. All right, what do we got? Quotability.
I would say definitely Tin Cup. I would say
as far as quotes go, because it's more lighthearted and fun, it's more quotable.
And there's a lot in 42 that walks a real moral line.
That you probably don't want to quote. Yeah.
I would definitely Tin Cup. There you go. You're on the board.
You're on the board.
You're on the board. Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Bad guy, the anti-coach. There's, what do we just want to say? The white folk.
The white folk.
The white folk in 42. Versus, like, David, was it Sims, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, well, other than that Alan Tudyk dude, there's no real, like, actual, just straight-up bad person. Like,
if it's between Alan Tudyk and David Sims, though, Alan Tudyk was, like, over the line, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
Over the line.
I guess you almost could call him the villain of the game because they do end up playing him, like, more than once, and then they do have, like, the manager of the team be like, hey, don't bring him down here for the next game.
Right.
Did they have to? Doesn't he at one point have to do a photo shoot with them or whatever? Yeah.
They're like, we'll both.
It's been a little while since I've seen it.
It's like we'll both hold the bat that way our skin doesn't have to touch. I'm like, that's a.
Can you imagine being that ignorant? God.
Oh gosh. It's just I can't believe that was real.
Why didn't anybody ever be like, where's the science on this?
I liked in the beginning though, like. How you went to go to the bathroom, he goes, you can't go in there. And he goes, all right, take the gas pump out. We'll go get our gas somewhere else. And he's just like,
99. Yeah, it was like, we'll go get our 99 gallons of gas somewhere else.
Yeah. And he goes, go ahead. And I'm like, it's the money that makes you stop being super racist. Got it.
So ridiculous.
The money that drives it all.
Rewatchability.
I could probably say Tin Cup.
I'd say Tin Cup probably for me. Again, just because it's like lighthearted and it doesn't break my heart.
It doesn't break my heart. Yeah,
and not in a good way, like Friday Night Lights.
It reminds me how awful and evil humanity
exactly.
is.
Exactly. It disgusts me. Like, and that obviously
just like shakes me. Like,
the last time I got like this mad at a movie for racism, it was The Great Debaters. When they were like going on, they were like taking trips everywhere to debate, and they were an all-black debate team, and like they were going and seeing just some horrendous things, like people hanging from trees in the South and going on different. And I was like, that's the last time a movie like there was some racism in a movie that made me this upset as 42 did. But yeah,
I don't know. The racism and the Dark Crystal really gets me to this day still. Skeksis hate.
I was like, wait a minute.
I haven't watched it yet.
Tell me why I bought that movie a couple years ago for Tyson, and I don't know where it is right now.
Dude, it's terrifying. The movie...
Is that the Puppets one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. That movie, as a child, if you would have told me, like, without me finding out for myself by, like, I guess, like, growing up, if you would have told me well into, like, my teen years that was a children's movie, I would have called you a batshit liar.
I'm the same way with The Warriors of Virtue because there are some creepy dudes in that show.
Have you bought it for Tyson, but have you watched it? Have you seen it?
We did, but I don't know where I am.
Oh my god, that movie is terrifying.
I believe it. They remade it, too.
No, they made a series.
A series? Oh.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to have to watch this. I was also told to watch, Carnival Row, too. It's pretty much just sex and fairies and sexy fairies. So they're just like, the fairies, they're like hookers.
Things that terrify us as children. Sex fairies and sexy fairies.
That's how it was described to me. It's like, it's like sex.
Yeah, we have very different childhoods.
It's like sex and fairies and sexy fairies, and they're like hookers. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
And Orlando Bloom's in it, so.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I'm in that show then.
Legolas, baby. And the last one, the speech. I can't really remember either speeches in either of these movies.
I wouldn't say speech, but I want to say Harrison Ford gives him a couple different throughout the movie where he's just,
100%.
where he's just like, pep talks almost to him. Like,
40,
like especially the one like in that hallway after he broke the bat. Like that was solid.
Tin Cup's got a couple good ones. Like Cheech actually has a couple good ones.
Right.
And
I'd say like right before he dips on him, like, nah, dude.
I think both movies have like pep talks rather than speeches, but.
No. Though that hallway scene where Harrison Ford, that's not a pep talk.
That's a speech.
That's a speech.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't leaning towards Tin Cup in this way anyway, because I mean, even the smaller speeches in 42 are just so much deeper and have just so much more meaning. Even the stuff about
saying more with lesser words. Like
heard of that.
Exactly. It's just the stuff about not being able to lose your cool because that's what they want you to do. That's what they're going to come after you for. That's what they're going to attack constantly. The second you break, all of you lose. Like,
don't be the monster they made.
Exactly. Right on. Well, that's all all the talking points I got. So,
are we gonna go around individually, or do we just want to do a hands vote this time?
We should do a hands vote. So, who here thinks that Tin Cup is better than 42? And who here votes for 42?
You nailed it. I know.
But I feel like it's almost kind of tilted.
For as many as we just put down as 42, I do feel like it was closer than we made it kind of seem as far as.
I mean, there's a lot of what we said that Tin Cup won in that there is a lot of goodness.
And I think this is a subjective tournament. I mean, we're talking about the better sports movie, which is 42. But if we were talking about the better like comedy sports movie,
right? If we're talking about like you said,
see, we pulled a lot of the comedy ones out. Like we pulled out like Blades of Glory and I was like, you know what? After this tournament,
they're really.
You got to match.
We had plans for a tournament after this tournament, but I'm about to be like sports comedies. There's just so many of them that we missed out on this one that we should do. Like, I don't even know how to pick between those. You got to pick between Billy
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory is
oh my god, I love that.
Talladega Nights versus Blades of Glory, dude. Like, what am I gonna do?
That quotability becomes a truly fun category.
True.
It becomes a very serious,
very serious talking point.
All right.
Both would be fun.
I was like, because we usually wrap up with 20 questions. Do you know your Pokemon pretty well?
We don't have to do Pokemon. I have a video game.
You want to do a video game one? We can do a video game one.
I know my Pokemon pretty damn well. I'm not as like.
I'm not as good with the video game movie ones.
All right, let me think of a Pokemon.
You gotta remember, I was.
Wait, I got all the cards right here.
Humble brag here. I was the first player in South Dakota to legitimately hit level 30 in Pokemon Go. I ran the fucking Mystic crew.
We're all Team Mystic here.
I kept
so
Valor.
let's all just give.
I kept Valor in line. Remember, that's how you and I actually originally met.
Yeah, okay.
Because we got the shirts done and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a bit excessive, but since 42 won,
He's getting 42 cards. Okay. So we do yes or no questions. I don't know if you watched us do the 20 question part before. But we usually kind of start off by like yes, like is it fighting or psychic? And he says yes. That means it's one of them.
6, 7.
And that way we just kind of knock the types out of the way, then we knock the gens out of the way, and if we can get into 20 questions, that's usually how
And
it's
then
done.
what's the pool?
What do you mean?
What how many generations of Pokemon are we talking?
I think he has up to 4.
I only go up to 4,
Okay,
just because I don't want to.
very manageable.
It's not manageable for Mike. Because I remember the first 8 times we did this, he'd be like, "All right, okay, hold on, Gyarados, that's a Gen 2, right?" And I'd be like, "Fuck Mike, dude,
Yeah. Gen 2.
that's definitely a Gen 2." But he's gotten a lot better since then, so I can't really talk crap.
Red. I mean, is Red Gyarados Gen 2? Could almost consider it.
You know?
It's just a shiny form, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't. You don't see it until
Not in
Silver.
the anime,
Yeah,
but
you don't
I
see
mean,
it until
his-
Silver.
You don't see it until Gen 2. See, I know.
All right.
Technically, you don't see any of the legendary birds until Gen 2, though, either, and those are all Gen 1.
Yeah.
You don't see those until the second movie.
All right, let's knock some questions out of you. Is it fire or water?
Yes.
Is it fire?
No.
So it's water.
So it's whatever.
Is it Gen 1 or Gen 2?
No.
So Gen
So
3
it's-
or Gen 4?
Well, is it Gen 3 or Gen 4?
Yes.
Is it Gen 4?
No.
So it's Gen 3.
That's 5.
Gen 3 water.
Okay, so we're talking Crystal. Or no, that's still Gen 2.
No. Silver and gold is Gen 2. So ruby and sapphire would be 3.
And crystal.
And
Yeah.
crystal, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where we're
So
at.
we're talking
Crystal.
the dogs. We're talking the dogs.
Crystal's 3. Emerald is... Or Crystal is 2, Emerald is 3.
Crystal is 2?
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. With
Okay. So we're at 3. I always suck when it gets past Gen 2. Is it a dual type?
Yes.
So it's gonna be a water and something else.
Is it a
Go ahead.
is it a starter?
No.
Okay. Is it also a flying or ground type?
Yes.
Is it also a flying type?
Yes.
It's gotta be Wingull. Or it's evolution. Is
What?
it a first evolution?
Yes.
It
That's
is
10.
Wingull. Is it Wingull?
It is Wingull.
First of all, yeah, we gotta agree on this before you do the question, because if we
I
didn't,
was confident after you said I was.
dude, as soon as I knew it was flying water, I was pretty confident too. But
All right, real quick.
yeah, suck it, Mike.
I know we usually end with 20 questions, but people paid good money on Patreon to ask us a question.
Oh, who did?
The only person who has paid for money on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question delivered to us. There's 2 questions. We don't have to answer them both. The first one is that you take all of Samuel L. Jackson's characters that have ever been played, except for Mace Windu, and they're all versus Mace Windu. Who wins?
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. It's fucking
Yeah.
Mace
Wait,
Windu.
hold on.
All of his characters. So
Oh, wait, hold on.
Frozone.
Hold on.
From
We're
Incredibles,
also talking about Shaft.
Shaft. Frozone.
We got Shaft in here too. Shaft.
We got Nick Fury. We got
See, now that you're doing
we
that.
got the Negotiator.
But you do okay. So so you see, but this is.
I'm
where
trying to
the
think of somebody who has
spider-
like technology as advanced as a lightsaber to
This
take
is-
him out.
Well, and the force,
And the force.
And the
yeah.
Force.
like he can stop bullets and shit, you know.
True.
So, but does Nick Fury have like the Avengers at his disposal? That's a question.
I would say
Is it just Nick Fury, or is it Nick Fury's?
I would say
assets?
if Nick Fury has the Avengers, then Mace Windu has the Jedi Order. So I would say
Okay.
no.
Well, okay. Well, we know who
That kind of fucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna stick with Mace
I'm gonna
Windu.
stick with Mace Windu.
Yeah.
I think the blonde dude from Jumper isn't gonna do much. So
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know. Samuel L. Jackson has played a whole lot of people. Like they might just be able to beat Mace Windu by just like charging at it, like all 300 other Samuel L.
I just feel
Jacksons.
like he would just like jump straight up in the air and like come down.
They all die, and then like as the
Then he'd throw a
dust
lightsaber.
settles, the dude from Pulp Fiction stands up and goes, "Motherfucker!"
All right, and then the second question from Kyle Leonard on Patreon.com. Thanks for
thanks, Kyle.
throwing a little money our
Thanks,
way.
Kyle. We appreciate you.
You're the best, dude. He writes into Patreon just like anybody else can if you subscribe. And he asks, this is the age-old debate, could Walter White teach Goku how to cook meth before Vegeta teaches Jesse how to fight with true pride?
What the fuck is that? Okay.
Bro, we have to drink if we're going to ask philosophical questions.
That's a very philosophical question.
Holy shit.
So hold on. Just say it again, but slow.
Real quick here, let me get the, peace pipe out. I need to meditate on this. Can you repeat the question?
I think Vegeta could teach him how to fight pretty quick. I feel like that.
Okay, wait.
Also, could Walter White teach Goku how to cook meth before Vegeta teaches Jesse how to fight with pride?
It's got to be the fighting thing for me. Because Goku is just such a dumbass.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's going to take forever to learn that.
I feel like as soon as you let Goku know, like, the ingredients are kind of like food.
But he never cooks for himself.
Let's be real.
He never really cooks for himself.
I love Goku, but the guy's all raw talent.
He's all raw talent.
He's such an idiot. He has to take a beating to get to the next level. Like that's he can't figure it out on his own. Like how many entities does he come up against that he ends up fighting that had to take the kind of punishment that he had to take to get to where they got to? Like,
oh brother, that's funny.
I love the man, but
I'm glad
a guy.
All right, guys. Well, that's been Velocity Entertainment for this Monday. If you tuned in on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, thanks for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you do like the podcast, make sure to go to Twitch and follow us at twitch.tv/Velocity360. YouTube, you can search Velocity Entertainment and we'll pop right up. Same goes for Facebook, and we're on podcast services all over the world. So, again, we just do it because we like to talk about nerdy stuff. It's fun. So
nerd shit.
When you guys pop in to interact and talk with us, it just makes our night. So thanks guys for showing support, and make sure you pop up on Wednesday again to get to Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides with Michaela again. So thanks guys.